Turning our attention now to the state of affairs in Bengaluru, the capital city of Karnataka, a very prominent IT hub, which has been at the receiving end of a severe bout of rain over the last few days, which has once again completely exposed the fragile state of its civic infrastructure. There are several parts of the city that are waterlogged. There have been vehicles that have been submerged. There's serious inconvenience caused to the citizens of Bengaluru, who have in fact now been severely hit. This is the second such severe bout of rain that the city of Bengaluru has experienced over the last few days, and the BBMP unfortunately is nowhere to be seen. Such is the scale and magnitude of what has transpired that several workers, including IT employees, have had to resort to using tractors to work their way through the waterlogged streets of Bengaluru and reach their offices. Here are some ground reports sent in by reporters there.
We are at Marathalli area of Bengaluru where water is still stagnant, and you can see it has entered the ground floor of many of the houses here, causing inconvenience to the people. There has been no electricity for the past 2 days, and the people are complaining that the BBMP officials have not come and visited them, and there has been no kind of respite. As you can see, water has entered the houses, especially the ground floor areas. Entire area is ground floor areas covered with water. For the past 2 days, there has been no electricity. People are complaining that there's no drinking water provided. Sir, where are you going now?
My hometown.
Hometown?
Yeah.
What happened? Why are you leaving?
Since 3 days we can't comfortable for here. Electricity and water and all. Heavy rain in night time only. So we can't survive here. So we decided to planning hometown.
Okay. So decided to go back home.
Yeah.
Any BBMP official visited earlier?
So maybe I don't know. And outside.
Now what they're providing some food?
Yeah, food and milk and water. Yeah.
So they come from the government?
Yeah, maybe BBMP.
So you're going back to your house?
Yeah, hometown.
So there you see people after facing issues and problems, they're going back to their homes because there has been no electricity, no water. They're also having problem with it. Now the government is providing them milk and biscuits here in this particular area, as you can see. Because they also don't have a drinking water in this area because of the water connection has been cut off. There's no electricity. People are having issues. The food and water is being provided by the local MLA here. They come here to distribute here, Mr. Arvind Limbavali. But the question arises about when will this water be receding, and that is a major issue for the locals here. There has been water for the past 3 days. They have been suffering. There's been no electricity. Even they work in the IT industry, but they can't work from home because there's no electricity. Their Wi-Fi router is not working, and they are doing with whatever the mobile phone charges, and from there using it as a hotspot. We are talking about in Marathalli, where MLA Arvind Limbavali is there, and his people are now giving a little bit of help to the local people by giving them water and milk and providing biscuits. But the question is, when will this water, which is stagnant here, when it will be drained out, and when will the municipality assure the people that this will not be repeated next time?
There seems to be no end to the plight of citizens of the IT capital of the country. We've been on ground for almost about 48 hours now continuously, and it's really quite unfortunate that the situation doesn't seem to be getting any better. You ask the citizens about the administration over here and they'll tell you that it's dead, to say the least. We're reporting right now, in fact, from the Yemlur area of Bengaluru city, and what you're seeing right now is water that has receded after about, a good day. Prior to this, we've been speaking to residents of this area who tell us that there was water stagnant to almost about 4 feet in height. And all of these cars that you see today, you're able to see the tires of the car today merely because the water has receded. It's quite unfortunate. The situation is so deplorable, and yet the government and the opposition, in fact, choose to play politics over this, blaming each other for encroachments that were allowed in the other's time. I'm going to take this question straight to the residents of the area.
It is quite bad, as you can see. But thanks to the residents, we've sort of managed it through sharing and, sharing the groceries. We've mentioned before, no help from the government, no warning system at least, that, this is the kind of impact you will have.
We have not seen this before. But having said that, I think I think the level of governance, we don't really see that. Where are the ministers, right? I mean, why don't they come here on, and kind of help us here? So.
This is the kind of, treatment that they meted out with. It's quite unfortunate. We'll really have to, wait and see. So unfortunate that citizens have had to, really take matters into their own hands. Fending for each other is what they say.